Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got big news for Solana and for Polygon as well. So Coinbase adds support for Polygon and Solana, simplifying access to Web3. The move will simplify sending assets across networks. So this is brilliant news for everyone involved. Now, before we continue, allow me to declare that this video is not financial advice. It's strictly for educational purposes and for entertainment purposes. Now, today, what have we got planned? Well, we're going to go for a price analysis and price prediction of Solana. It's not going to be a major one. It's quite simplified, but we're also going to go through any Solana network updates that we've got. Obviously, the month of June is coming to an end, so we must do a monthly update for that. So this video is going to be quite exciting, but first of all, we've got to get into the immediate information that we've got from Coinbase so far. Now, Coinbase, the latest crypto exchange in the United States, has enabled transfer on Ethereum competitor Solana and on scaling solution Polygon. The move will make it easier for users to access Polygon and Solana. And it will also simplify sending assets across network, a process that is time consuming and expensive. Now, sending crypto on Ethereum has become increasingly expensive for individuals, users, and institutionals. So Coinbase said in a news release that blockchain usage has surged, gas fees have skyrocketed, pricing out of millions of would-be users. Over the next month, eligible customers will be able to use Polygon to trade Ethereum and USDC, stablecoins, and network native Matic token. Now, the company said they will also be able to use Solana to trade USDC. Solana boasts faster transaction times and lower fees than Ethereum, but as of this time struggles to keep up with its system and running. Now, Polygon as a layer 2 is built up on top of Ethereum and is meant to take advantage of the network's dominant market share while minimizing its drawbacks, namely the variable and often cost transaction fees known as gas. Essentially, Polygon is there to allow Ethereum users a more simplified and cheaper option of service on the Polygon network. So that's quite interesting. So let's get that out of the way. Now, obviously, there's other big news in the space, such as Solana developing a smartphone. I've made a video on that. That's on the channel, so you can check that out. Now, in terms of a price prediction, it's $38.99. It's quite interesting, actually. Now, it's like I was saying in previous videos. At any moment, at absolutely any moment, you should expect Solana to go back to $50 or even $75. Ideally, Solana should be at least at $90 realistically when it comes to value. You think about the network, you think about the blockchain, what they provide, and what they're providing to millions of people around the world through their blockchain. Well, it's kind of easy to understand that obviously they shouldn't be worth $38. That's per token and 13.5 billion in market cap. Now, since the crypto market has been going through a lot of difficulty, I mean, Bitcoin is at 20 grand. You know, the crazy thing is that when Bitcoin is at 50 grand, everyone wants to buy. When it's at 70 grand, everyone wants to buy. When it's cheap and it's at 20 grand, no one is talking about it. Isn't that interesting? It's just funny how the world works. Avalanche is at $20. Once again, another cheap asset that's extremely undervalued. And we can talk about this all day. There's plenty of other undervalued assets out there. But my main reason for thinking that Solana can go back to $50 or even $70 at any time is mostly because it's the service that it provides. Its ecosystem is vast and it's constantly growing. I mean, they just announced a Web3 smartphone, an Android Web3 smartphone. If that's not a sign of the time of what's to come next, then I don't know what is. Now, in May, Grape held Athens DAO, the first community-driven hacker house X, with support from Solana Foundation. The event brought together who are the people, groups, and communities all building new tools and use cases for DAOs on Solana. Now, obviously, this is just an update for the month of June. Some of the accomplishment. Top Solana news. Help Solana get on Stack Exchange. Carl and all Dev, the Solana Foundation Development Relations team has been hard at work trying to make a Q+A site for Solana developers on Stack Exchange. The proposal is very close to a finish line, and all it needs is a few more commits from high reputation accounts on Stack Exchange and Stack Overflow. And if the proposal does not pass by June 26, it will not be able to try again. So that's quite interesting because today is June 27th. So I wonder if this was accomplished. If it was accomplished, leave a comment and let me know. Keep me in the loop. Brave browser takes first step into Solana integration. Update to Brave, the privacy-focused browser saw the first start of its planned Solana integration. I believe I spoke about this actually. Quite interesting news. So this is not just news from June, but it's also news from May. Very interesting. In ecosystem headlines, meet Coral, the new home for Anchor, the Anchor program library, and more. I believe I might have spoken about Coral actually, or maybe I just saw it somewhere, but perhaps it didn't go into full details. But quite a few updates for the month of June. I recommend you checking this out for yourself. Now another update, Solana network upgrades, which is something that we're all keen and focused on. In order to strengthen the Solana network in face of massive user growth and adoption, engineers have been working on a number of upgrades. This page will allow the greater Solana community to see how these upgrades are progressing. Solana uses a raw UDP-based protocol to pass transactions between RPC nodes and the current leader. Since UDP is connected-less and lack both flow control and receipt acknowledgements, there is no meaningful way to discourage or mitigate abusive behavior. Majority of these things are technical details, which majority of us just won't understand. In fact, me myself, I just don't understand majority of this. But what I do understand is the stake weighted QoS. Leader network bandwidth has a fixed capacity, and to effortlessly use stake weighing is a must in order to end the current practice of indiscriminately accepting transaction on the first come first serve basis. That's true. I actually made a video on this, a new switch that Solana is making within their ecosystem to make sure that people can still process thousands of transactions per second without everyone trying to get onto the same train at the same time. In fact, I believe an analogy by the founder of Solana was that imagine if everyone's trying to switch the same light bulb switch on at the same time. It just wouldn't work. So Solana is going to introduce a new system, and the way how it was explained was quite easily to understand, and it was obvious that this system clearly had massive potential. I also made a video on this. It was the Solana new gas fees initiative. I recommend you checking this video out because it explained everything in a very good and simplified way of Solana new gas fee system, how it will work, how it will cause, how it will prioritize. It's really interesting. But yes, I definitely recommend you checking that out. There's other updates on Solana, such as the Solana Saga phone that I've already spoken about, but it goes into so much detail, which is brilliant. Because they're not just speaking about the phone itself, but they're speaking about the development of the softwares on that phone. Obviously, Solana has a vast ecosystem. They want to get this ecosystem on the Saga phone. That's the important part. And I support this wholeheartedly. And I think it can work based on how they've explained it in a really brilliant way. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. We spoke about a lot in this video, which I believe is good. So we accomplished a lot. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to share with people who you think is going to like this.